In this demo, I'll walk you through the new voice features in Simtheory and how to use them, and also some interesting use cases. So to activate voice, you just click the voice icon up in the top right-hand corner and it will begin to connect. Hey, I'm demoing voice for the first time. Can you say hello to everyone?
Hi there. Welcome to the voice demo. It's great to meet everyone.
What do you think I should demo with the voice capability?
How about trying some web searches? Or maybe create an image using voice commands to showcase.
That's actually a great idea. Why don't we create an image of a sunset over Newcastle in Australia?
Absolutely. Let's create that image for you. I'll use the image generation tool to make a sunset over Newcastle, Australia.
Okay, so let's stop there for a minute and recap what we just did. We had a conversation with our agent and we were able to converse with our voice in a live conversation mode. And we were also able to call a skill, and in this case, creating an image based on our agent's suggestion to do that. Now, I'm not exactly 100% happy with the image, so you can also just iterate on this image using the voice mode. So let's reconnect and we'll try that out. I like the image, but it doesn't actually look like Newcastle in Australia. Maybe put some sort of iconic landmark in so it looks correct.
I understand. Let's try again with a more recognizable Newcastle landmark. How about including the Nobby's Lighthouse, an iconic symbol of Newcastle?
Okay, so it's still not exactly perfect, but you get the idea.
Got it. The image might not be perfect, but it gives a good idea of what's possible. Voice commands for image creation can be pretty cool, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. They are pretty cool. What about searching the web for some ideas of things to do in Newcastle?
Sure, I'd be happy to search for some ideas. Let me look that up for you right now.
Okay, so you can see just by using my voice, I'm able to do a lot of things. Create images, search the web. So you can use skills when conversing with your agent. Now let's talk about the different input and output modes for voice. So if we load up voice again, we can click the three dots and flip it over. And then we're going to switch it into push to talk mode, which is actually really helpful when recording this demo. So you can toggle between push to talk on or push to talk off. When it's on, you can just have a normal, regular conversation like you would with someone at any other time of the day. But if you want push to talk, so it's only listening when you push a button on your keyboard or click on the agent's face on the actual voice feature, you can flip it on. It just depends on your preference. Okay, so we're now in push to talk mode, and let me show you a few helpful things that you can do here. So the first is you can actually grab the voice mode panel and drag it anywhere you want on the screen. This is really useful if you just want to sit it in a location where it's easy to click on to push to talk. But it's also really helpful on mobile to move it around to where it's just comfortable for your thumb to push if you're in the push to talk mode. You can also use the / keyboard command on the keyboard as well. So it just depends on your preference and that'll activate it as well. The keyboard shortcut's really handy. So let's try out push to talk. A friend is coming to Newcastle. Which of these would you recommend to do first?
For a first-time visitor, I'd recommend starting with Nobby's Beach. It's iconic, relaxing, and gives a great intro to Newcastle's coastal charm.
One of my preferred ways to work with the new voice feature is to be able to talk and have my voice converted into text and then inputted to the agent itself, and not have it respond in voice. I really like being able to just quickly tell it, what I want and get it to respond as it normally would. So to do that, you click on the ellipsis menu and then you've got some options here. You can toggle voice response off, so that'll stop it talking back to you. And I normally have push to talk off, but because I'm recording a video, it allows me to still talk to you if I have push to talk on. So I'm going to leave it on for now. So I'll flip it back over. You'll see it reconnect under this mode. Can you create a tourism website for Newcastle, Australia, and list the top 5 tourist activities on that website? Use HTML and CSS. Okay, so you can see it starting to output our website here, which is pretty cool. So you can imagine just working with this throughout the day to get it to help you build a visualization or understand some content in files. I'll click focus on this and you can see it's built me a really nice website here. Now I might want to create a tourist image for my website, so let's now ask it to do that. Can you create a tourist image of Newcastle, Australia that I can use on this website? So you can see it was able to create a really nice prompt for me, and now it's generating an image that we can use on this tourist website. So it's pretty handy to be able to interact with your voice. Okay, so the image is not exactly what I wanted, but I could iterate with my AI agent now to get it exactly how I want. But I am gonna ask it to actually add this image to the background of the website. Okay, so there you have it. With my voice, I've created a tourist website and put in a nice background image that I was also able to create just using my voice. Voice works with screen sharing, so you can share a browser or your entire desktop and get your agent to teach you something new or just instruct you how to do something you've never done before in a piece of software. So I've got Figma open on the screen now with a fictitious mock-up of a website, and I've got my agent to one side just so you can see both screens and what's going on. So I'm gonna share my screen so it can see Figma, and then activate voice as well. So to do that, I click on the voice icon to activate voice and click on screen share. And then we're gonna go ahead and pick Figma.
Oh, wow. I see you're working on a website design in Figma. The layout looks clean and simple, with AGI Now as the main heading. Anything specific you'd like to discuss about this design?
Yeah, see the gray box I have? I wanna put a radial gradient in it, but I don't have any idea how to do that.
That gray box does look like it could use some pizzazz up for a radial gradient in Figma. Here's a quick tip. Select the box, then look for the fill option in the right panel. Click on it and choose gradient. Easy peasy.
Okay, I don't see where to select gradient though. I've clicked on the fill icon.
I see what you mean. Looking at your screen share, you've already clicked the fill icon. The gradient option isn't immediately visible. Let's try this. In the fill panel, look for a small drop-down arrow next to the solid color square. Click that arrow. You should then see options for different fill types.
No, I
including
don't
gradient.
see that. I don't see that.
You're right. I don't see that option in the image either. Let's try a different approach to dye in the fill panel on the right. Do you see 4 small icons just below where it says fill? They should look like a solid square, a gradient icon, an image icon, and a pattern icon.
Yeah, okay,
Try
I see
clicking on the second
I
icon
see
from the
the
left.
gradient one. Now, how do I make it radial?
Ah, great. You found the gradient option. Now, to make it radial, look just above where you see stops in the fill panel. That you should see a drop-down that probably says linear right now. Click on that drop-down and select radial instead. That'll change your gradient to a radial one. Does that work for you?
Okay, that worked. Thank you.
Great. I'm glad that worked for you.
Okay, so I'll switch off voice so that it doesn't keep chatting to us. But you can see how helpful it is in an application to just get work done. So I think one of the best uses of voice is to be able to interact and learn from documents and files. In this example I'll give you, I've uploaded a research paper and I've already asked it to summarize the key findings, but now I'm going to activate voice and have a conversation about the paper. What do you think the biggest impact of this paper is, like the one main takeaway?
The biggest impact of this paper is likely its demonstration that AI-powered generative agents, when trained on in-depth interviews, can accurately simulate individual human attitudes and behaviors across a wide range of social science measures. This is significant for several reasons.
Okay, I've got it. To help me understand this data better, could you create some code? You can just code it in a code box with HTML and CSS and maybe some JavaScript to make it interactive, so I can understand the data better.
This visualization will show the normalized accuracy correlation of the generative agents compared to human participants for the GSS, Big Five, in economics.
Can you explain what GSS is? I don't really understand.
GSS stands for the General Social Survey.
Okay, so you can see you can do some pretty cool stuff. You can just have a conversation about a paper in this case with it. You can ask it to create visualizations and do all sorts of crazy things. Now, you can also activate your workspace computer using your voice as well. So if I load it back up, I might ask it to create a presentation on this paper in Google Slides. Hey, can you use my computer, log into Google Slides and create a simple presentation on this paper with the key points from it?
Certainly. I'd be happy to create a simple presentation on Google Slides with the key points from this paper.
Okay, so it comes up with a plan, it activates the computer, and now we can focus in and watch it create our slide deck based on the research from this paper. All right, so I hope you've enjoyed that quick introduction into how to use the new voice modes. We do have a lot more work to do on this. We can dramatically decrease the latency with this feature, so that's what we're going to work on next. But we'd also love your feedback. If you do want to leave feedback for us, you can reach us over on the Discord, or in Simtheory itself, you can just click the icon in the bottom left-hand corner and click Get Help and send us a message about the feature. Hey, so how do you think we did demoing the new voice feature in Simtheory today?
Oh, hey there. I think we did pretty well with the Simtheory voice demo today. It's exciting to see new features in action, isn't it? How do you feel it went?
Yeah, I think it was good. I'm recording the outro to my YouTube video. Can you ask everyone to comment, like, and subscribe?
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this Simtheory voice demo, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more exciting content. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below.
Well, you heard her. I'll see you in the next one.